could you imagine explaining and recommending this anime to someone's like, bro, you gotta give it 13 episodes. You gotta watch the entire first season before it gets good, you know? Like that's just that's just shitty to say. Hello, fellow weebs and otakus, episode of Anime Fix, or your fix for all things anime. I'm Chase.
I'm Lance.
Hello, Lance.
Hello, Chase.
I don't know if I should ask how you're doing. How you doing?
No, you can ask how I'm doing. I'm better now, but
That's good.
I
I'm
wasn't
glad.
about 15, 20 minutes ago. My
Yeah.
microphone stopped. Well, it's still broken.
Yeah.
But I've cooled down now.
That's all good. I don't think you sound that bad. Like you do sound different, obviously, but like it's not crackly or like horrible in my opinion.
It's not the point. Okay.
I know it's not the point. It's the frustration
Let's
of
go. Yeah.
stuff not
Might as well go
working.
back to the closet.
Back to the closet. I gotta put all these things on shirts and merch. Back to the closet. I put my jacket up. I don't know the other ones. Part of the lore. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get a shirt that said it's a part of the lore. Oh man. But yeah, I didn't finish all of it that we were gonna talk about today, but I did get through a good chunk of it, I think.
I finished it, and I have to say, if you already know the ending because you looked some stuff up, we can talk about it. But I have to say
No, I
that
don't.
no, okay, everything leading up to the ending, I was like, okay, this is interesting. It's a little weird. There's some stuff that I'm not so sure about. I'm kind of confused. And then the last episode happened, and Tori was walking by, and I was like, that last episode, she goes, I know you're, and I didn't even realize that my jaw dropped.
Really?
It
Is that good of a
blew
cliffhanger?
me away. If um, It was so good. It was so good, and it's like holy shit! Like the whole time I'm thinking like there's a lot of just weird stuff here. It almost sounds like it was a bad dub. I was getting like this early '90s sort of vibe from it. I don't
Yeah.
understand the story. I mean, I get the story, but like they talk to you, and you'll agree to this. I think they talk to you like you already know the backstory of all the characters and why they're doing it, and
Mhm.
they don't really explain it. They just assume you already know.
Mm. That makes sense. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Because that first part, the whole beginning part of it, I'm just so confused about whatever's happening, and that's why I get disinterested because like I need people to mansplain things to me.
But the ending, holy shit! Like I oh, and I probably would have picked up on it sooner, and because there were some things that I think hinted that something was off. But I was so distracted by all the other stuff that was going on and all the the quirkiness and the weirdness of the different characters and the sort of complexity of it all that
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention, and then it was like all those things that I saw. I was like, that's what was happening. That's you know
It sounds like to me
so
like everything you're talking about is like the Tower of like God thing is like it's all a simulation. It's what like the vibes you're giving off is.
no. It's real. Like within the context of the story, it's real. It's not
Okay.
at least as of right now is
Okay.
it is real. Um, it's just I didn't. I wanted to talk to you so. I want to say it's so bad.
So like, just explain it to me. Just explain. So like, I'm on the middle of episode 7, so there's only what 5 episodes left.
It's a major spoiler, dude. Like, it is a major spoiler that really just like everything that you've seen so far, it's
Yeah.
turned upside down.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
it's
only
not.
watched
It's
the end of season 1, right? Not season 2.
yeah.
Okay. All right. We can just talk about the first part then, and then go from there.
I mean, season 2 is going on right now, so it's on like episode 3.
Yeah, it took like 4
So
years for it to get another
yeah.
season.
Well, look at Attack on Titan. You know,
Oh yeah, they
that
milked
took what?
Attack on Titan. I don't know if they're milking Tower
They
of
didn't
God.
milk Attack on Titan. What they
They
did
milked
was
Attack on Titan. Don't get me on this
no,
rant because they milked Attack on Titan.
no,
Came out in
no, they didn't.
2013 when I graduated high school, okay?
They
And
didn't
just finished
milk
what,
it.
last year?
They took the time to make sure that it was perfect, right? They finished before he was done with the manga, or before the anime caught up to the manga, so they made a choice to wait, so that way they could adapt it perfectly to what he intended the story to be.
That's fair. I mean, granted, like if Game of Thrones waited until he was finished, it would have never been done.
It's still not
That's
done.
fair. I know
Yeah.
it's still not done. That's fair. That's fair.
So,
Yeah. I mean, so 'cause Tower of God is a manhwa. It's a webtoon, South Korean, that is adapted by
are
a
all
Japanese.
webtoons are all webtoons manhwas? Are they all south like? Because I've known
No,
about
not
webtoons for a while.
yeah, not all of them. A
Um,
lot of them are. Majority. There's some Chinese ones and there's some Japanese ones, but majority of them are South Korean. Now, if you're talking consist like they're called different things. So like a manhwa, I think it's pronounced. That's South Korean, and then Chinese has its own, and then Japanese I think has its own as well. But manhwa
okay.
is South Korean.
Okay.
I don't
But
think
a
North Koreans are
webtoon
doing
is what
anything like that.
became but it was a webtoon first, and then it became a manhwa in South Korea, right?
I think so.
Because I think manhwa is a South Korean version of manga.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Manga. No,
yeah. Manga, whatever.
uh, um,
Um, yeah, yeah, it's webtoon. It's on. I think it's on webtoon because I have the webtoon app, and there's a lot of good romance webtoons on there. Just to let you know. But
okay.
yeah, yeah, I have that. The only thing I don't like sometimes about it is like I don't like to pay for like the new episodes that come out because that gets expensive fast. So I just wait until it's like 4 weeks past like when it came out. But yeah, Tower of God is trending
Uh,
now. I'm assuming because of the season 2. So, but yeah, right now
yeah.
Webtoon has season 3, 205 episodes out. I bet I could read all of these in a night or two.
But so anyway, so let's start. Let's start with
Oh
season
wait, never
one.
mind.
You talked to
There's way
me.
more. 400. Never mind. Sorry, go ahead. Talk to you what?
Talk about what you think so far in the story.
Yeah. Beginning part, super confused. Not interested.
Hmm.
Um, there's there's
Same,
there,
honestly.
there's Bomb, there's Rachel, right? And they both Bomb's chasing after Rachel through this cave. I don't know, Bomb's cave, and then tackles Rachel onto a giant door that's on the ceiling or the floor. I have no idea, but when you pan out, it's a door. So confusing. Rachel disappears into a yellow light, and then Bomb's like, "No, no, Rachel, no," and then Bomb disappears in that light. But somehow, those couple of milliseconds, they don't get transported to the same arena or time. That makes no sense to me, but whatever. I digress. And then he's in front, and then we don't know what happens to Rachel. But it goes to Hedon, who is eerily similar to the rabbit from Summer Wars. And then
Yeah.
he has a cool staff looking thing. There's a giant fish dinosaur thing and a water, not water kind of thing. Shizu, like the dog. And there's a giant black ball in there that is
You're selling it. You're selling
yeah,
it. You're
yeah.
hardcore selling it.
Can you tell how uninterested this beginning part is for me?
Yeah.
And then you meet Yuri, um, who is super cool. She's a princess of, is it Zahan or Jihad? I don't know.
I think it's I heard jihad is what
I
I
heard
heard.
Jihad and the subtitles say Jihad, but like everything I look up says Zahad. So I don't know with the Z, but maybe it's pronounced Jihad. Who knows?
Okay.
But she gives him this magical sword that only she's supposed to be able to wield because it was given to her, I guess. And he's like, sure,
Black
I'll take.
March.
Yeah, the Black March, because it's named after a month and a color. So
Yeah.
that's the Black March. And she only likes guys, I guess. This spirit entity that lives in the thing, in the sword.
And the sword. Yeah.
Yeah, in the sword. So
Well, well,
yeah,
not just
whatever. I
guys.
yeah.
Handsome guys.
Handsome guys. We
Cute
find that
guys.
out because that one martial arts dude that I don't really believe knows
Yeah.
martial arts. He just watched the Bruce Lee movies.
That
Um,
my movement of death or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. My killing arts.
My killing arts, yeah.
Yeah. But he stabs this black orb, finally breaks it, takes the Black March, and she's like, "Hey, where'd he go?" Because he gets transported without that yellow light. He's like, "Well, he's able to go for the trials to attempt to climb the tower." Me thinking this was going to be like a Sword Art Online kind of thing where like start one, go up all the way to the tower. Nope, you have to pass a test to get the chance to climb the tower, which I find ridiculous, but whatever. I digress. But yeah, then you get transported to where all the real characters are in this field. The ones that I think have more personality than a guy that doesn't say much or, you know, doesn't do anything. He just wants to find Rachel, which is horrible. Like for like if you want a good character that doesn't say much but has like a drive to do something, uh Denji is that his name? Denji from Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
Yep. That is a
Denji's a
way to
great
do it.
character.
Yeah, he's a great character.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
way to do
yeah.
it. Like he wants the basic things to live, and that's it. This guy just
Well,
wants to
not
find
well,
Rachel.
basic things to live and also boobs. Like
Yeah,
he wants to yeah.
yeah. This dude, Bomb, doesn't even want boobs. He just wants Rachel, not just the worshiper. And like for me, that's just a stupid like point. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, that's the beginning of it. And then you meet the cool characters, Coon and
And
Rock
Gator.
Wrathmaster,
Rock.
Gator.
You stupid turtles.
Yeah, I love turtles.
Rock truly is the best character.
Yes,
Well,
there's a lot of good characters.
well, I really, I say Rock's probably my favorite character. I like Coon, but Coon's like that mysterious, quiet, mischievous type or whatever, or always thinking type. So
Yep,
of
he
course I
is
like him.
the overthinker. Yeah,
The overthinker, yeah. But Rock is just fun. He just give me more chocolate bars, blue turtle.
yep, and he doesn't think at all. He just like, yep, let's kick open this door. I'm tired of waiting, which is good. You need people like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, it just goes on from there. I did think a really cool scene in I think the second or third episode is when the administrator, who's a ranker, which we find out a ranker is someone that's actually beaten the tower, got the top.
yeah,
He throws his wall of Shih Tzu, like the dog, and then Shizu, I think is what it's called. And then like
yeah,
everyone gets pushed back, and Bomb just standing there like, "Hey, your thing didn't work on me. Should I just? I'm sorry. Should I go back to the back?" And he's like, "No, you pass. Come up here."
yeah,
I thought that was a cool moment.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of cool moments like that that just indicate just how special he is, and you don't realize it yet based on where you're at. Like, have you heard people say things to him like, "Oh, why were you nice to him?" Oh, well, it's good to help the weak. Have you heard
Yeah,
those kind of comments?
yeah. I heard that guy, and like he's not being able to do anything. He got back to
Yeah.
it like that guy with the horn or whatever. He got back to his room, he's huffing
Yeah.
and puffing like, and then he can't even like break the targets. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's there's a lot of cool moments like that where people like shit talk him basically to his
Yeah,
face, but when he's not in the room, it's just like, oh my god, how is he able to do that?
yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
what is the last episode you watched?
So Bomb has woken up from his Shih Tzu like explosion thing where he damaged that girl's eye, the unitard girl. That's such a weird character in my opinion. And what's not to go off on tangent, but it's so funny because like in that moment, like the bonus like round or whatever, you
The
can
crown test.
automatic yeah, the crown test, you can automatically tell who are side characters and who are real characters. Because like you just look at the character outlines, like, yeah, they put some thought into that character, and then you see a guy with four, like 8, 9 eyes that look like a Pokemon. And you're like, no, they just copied that guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but but yeah, he's woken up. He is a wave controller. They're doing tests. They did that thing where you said like, he's weak or whatever, extending the hand out to him. And then I did find out about Lacan Zahad Junior is the daughter of the real one because Kroon was like, yeah, it says she died. It's like,
Yeah.
but she's taking the test right now, so that's weird. So
Yeah.
so that's where I'm at.
Okay, do you know why? Okay, so you found that out, so you know why it's a big deal that knock exists, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I spoiled a little bit of that for myself too, but I did see that
Okay,
in
yeah.
the show where like they're not supposed like the princesses aren't supposed to have intercourse. They're not supposed to marry. They can't have kids, and then the Zaha dude, like the king, I think got jealous and killed her mom and dad, and then she's
Yeah.
gonna take revenge on all the princesses, like Andrasi.
Aunt Jossie. I got other ants.
Yeah, that's funny.
I like Knock too. Knock is a cool character.
Who?
Um,
Oh, a
Knock,
knock, yeah,
a
yeah,
Knock, yeah.
lizard girl,
Lizard girl, lizard turtle.
lizard turtle, green
I, I'm
turtle.
I'm I'm kind of curious, like why he sees all of them as why turtle? Like of all the it could have been because they're not with the exception of a Knock. Um, it's not they're not all reptiles. They're mammals. Like they have hair. So like could see him saying like little rabbit or something like that, blue
Yeah,
rabbit, black rabbit, or some other or blue squirrel, some other small mammal.
yeah.
But he calls them turtles. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't.
I'm coming from the viewpoint of you haven't seen Seven Deadly Sins, but there's a
I've
character who
seen
is
some.
the
I've seen some of Seven Deadly Sins.
okay. So
Tori likes
Escanor,
it.
the lion sin of pride. I'm coming to it as a viewpoint of him, of seeing
Hmm.
everyone as lesser beings than him and just calling them turtles. That's my favorite line.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know if he feels that
Um,
way. Who knows?
who knows? Um, so yeah, I say that this is there were several times like my interest got piqued in episode 2 when you just see people in that field just dying,
Oh yeah,
left and right, like
the
spears
Hunger
and like
Games.
guns being, yeah, Hunger Games type thing. It's like
Yeah,
peak, but then it was just weird because he's still doing this whole I gotta find Rachel.
I know. It's
I
so
can't. I
annoying.
can't. Yeah. Almost as annoying as I can't hear the notes from your
Oh
light
God,
angel.
don't bring that up. I can't hear the notes. Just shut up and play piano, bro. God, so annoying.
um, so my
It's
interest
like
got peaked
Makia's
there.
son as well. Makia's son is
Yeah.
like, I gotta fight in the war. Why? Gosh. All right, anyways, go ahead. I'm going off on a
um,
tangent.
no, no, it's fine. It's what we do. It's part of the lore.
Yeah, part of the lore. Part of the lore.
um, so anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So like all of this, like I could have like walked away. There was moments where I'm getting like my interest peaked. I'm like curious, but there are a lot of moments where I could have walked away, not finished, and been okay.
That's what happened to me. Yeah, I think I stopped at like episode 3.
Yeah, episode 6, 7, 8 is when it really starts going.
Oh,
Oh,
so
okay,
I'm like right in the middle of that.
yeah, and then by the end, by the last episode, that was just like like did not see it coming, and now I'm very
Really?
interested to see where season 2 is going to go. I was fully prepared. I saw there was a season 2. I was fully prepared to end season 1, record the
And then never
podcast,
talk about it.
never go
Yeah.
back to it, never go back to it again.
Yeah.
And then this last episode, and I know I'm hyping it up a lot, and you might not, but it piqued my interest. Like I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you've just unlocked a whole nother element of the story.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
maybe I'll watch the rest of the season tonight, and then we can do like a midweek something, or recording just to finish it out.
we
But
when have we ever done a midweek? No,
I don't know. Just block some time off on our calendars, Lance. I have no idea.
that's true. We could do that. We could have a meeting. You know,
Yeah, that would be way
um,
easier for me honestly than weekends. Because that's designated time that I don't, but I don't
I would
know.
love though if my boss asked me, "Hey, why do you have on your meeting record podcast with Chase?" At between whatever hours,
Your
because
boss,
I keep my calendar.
your boss
Mhm.
looks at that stuff?
I mean, okay, so I keep my calendar public, like
Oh, I
within the
don't.
company. A lot of people don't. I think that I don't know. A lot of people don't probably know that you can make it public, or maybe they do and they just choose not to. I do that so that way, because a lot of times people will schedule meetings and not consider, oh, this person, yeah, they got this between 1 and 3, blocked off, but it's probably not really that important, not more important than my meeting. So they'll
Oh, wow, they do
schedule it
that? That's
anyway.
horrible. Yeah, that doesn't happen
Oh, yeah, oh,
at my work.
yeah. Well, okay. I'm not going to assume intent, but yes,
I'm not gonna say.
a lot of times
That's
I will
wild.
have uh, duplicate meetings side by side within the same period. So it's like either and depending on what it is, sometimes I don't go because I'm like I don't need to go. I was just added on here because, but there are sometimes I do need to go. So I'm in a meeting and then about halfway through the meeting I have to go drop in for another meeting and then I have to drop out to join the other back to back
That's fun.
meeting
Yeah.
that
Well, yeah,
so.
we'll just private our meeting.
It's the only meeting on my calendar that no one can see. Is like, Lance, why do you have
Exactly.
this private meeting? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's important. It's definitely important. Just say that. Um, but yeah, like right now, as far as like this anime goes, Tower of God, like if I stopped right now, it wouldn't bother me. But maybe they'll change in
yeah,
like 7, 8, or 9. I don't know. We'll see. Like the characters, like for one, I'm not a big fan of the art style. Like I don't know.
yeah.
I like the Shinkai art style where it's like crisp, clean, almost hyper realistic, but like not CGI. Like I don't know.
I was really surprised because like I said, it had that like '90s sort of like early animation like art style. I feel, or maybe not early '90s, maybe more
Yeah,
like early
yeah. Don't do 90s
2000s.
like that. You can do like drawn with crayon probably.
It had an early 2000s, sort of
Yeah,
style to it.
that's fair.
I wasn't. I was just surprised. It's like, man, this is this decade, and it looks, uh, looks like that. So I mean, the animation's okay. Um,
Yeah, it's nothing to write home about.
but yeah,
Like if I stopped right here, I'd give it a 5. I'd put Tokyo Revengers higher than this.
Tokyo Revengers is higher than this on
All right.
many fronts. I'm not gonna say that the anime as a whole, like really, my interest primarily in that final episode. That's what got me hooked. Like it took It's
Really?
a 13 episode
Oh,
season one, and I'm I know this is, but like this is what
that
you
sounds
did to
horrible.
me
Yeah.
with Free Run.
Yeah.
This is what you did to me with Free Run. You
Yeah.
hyped up that first episode so much, and then I went to go watch it. It's like this isn't what I was looking for in my anime.
I
Um,
know. I wish it was. Surprising that you don't like
but
it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I do like it. It was just I was expecting one thing. I was expecting solo leveling. Okay, not
Yeah, that's fair. I probably should have
what
shown you
happens
Solo
after
Leveling
solo
first.
leveling. Say what?
I probably should have shown you Solo Leveling first before everyone.
Was it even out at that point? Because I watched it.
No, I have no idea.
I watched the episode. Yeah. Um, you told me about it. Anyway, like I it's hard to pick up, but like the last episode, 13 episode season one, 12 episodes, I could have probably,
It's
it went
it's
down
wild.
in likelihood, but
Yep.
up until season 12, I probably could have at that point I'd be like, I'm just finishing this because, even though my interest is peaked somewhat, um, I'm just gonna finish this just because I've come this far and might as well get it over with.
Yeah.
That last
But like,
episode changed it changed how I saw the entire fucking anime. I wish
really.
I was oh yeah, dude. Like
So so like, could you imagine explaining and recommending this anime to someone's like, bro, you gotta give it 13 episodes. You gotta watch the entire first season before it gets good, you know? Like that's just that's just shitty to say. Like usually you're like, bro, it gets real good at the third episode. Not like, hey,
yeah.
episode 407, that's when it really picks up, man. That's my
I know.
thing with like One Piece. Like it's a struggle right now. I got one more episode further than what I told you last time, and like Adam keeps telling me, man, and I'm trying my hardest. I'm even gonna probably try to read the manga instead, but like I'm trying to like, man, it really picks up after East Blue, and I'm like, East Blue is 15 volumes, not even chapters.
Yeah. Yeah, like imagine like what how in the world does someone make it that far and just go, I just gotta keep pressing on until I get to
Yeah.
this point, and then I'm gonna be hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, but like all the like not all of them, most of the other animes we watched together on this podcast, you're hooked by like at least the third episode,
Mhm.
unless you're watching Makia, then you're done after the first 3 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really hard to be it's at this point, we should try to find something worse than Makia.
I don't know, it's possible, man. And like right now, like I don't understand. How do we
But, like,
both
we
hate
we
Makia?
watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. We watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, which has, like,
I gotta, yeah.
a 7% rating or some bullshit, like, single digits,
Yeah.
and I still preferred Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie over
You know what
Makia.
Makia has right now on Rotten Tomatoes,
Like,
percentage-wise?
98% or something. Yeah.
It's 100%.
Bullshit.
By the tomato meter, like raters, like the actual raters, audience score is 87, but the actual raters is 100%. And I'm sitting there like,
We watched the
it,
same movie?
like this guy says, it's sweet to the point of ugly crying with bitter sweetness. Yeah, because I want it to end. And it's not ending. It's just horrible, man. Like none of it's good. You just got a kid crying and like just wanting to be on his own. Just be on your own. Who cares, man? Like, oh my god, like, none of it matters. None of it matters at all.
None of it matters. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's like the first Indiana Jones movie. The ending will happen the exact same whether
The
Indy is
weather's
there or
not
not.
yeah.
It's insane.
Uh, yeah. So I mean, I don't know what how would I rank like it's not better than Tokyo Revengers. It's not I wouldn't put it in my top 5. Um I'd say like a I'd give it maybe a 5. Like
Yeah,
I'd get
right
the
below Tokyo
first
Revengers. Because Tokyo Revengers is 6. Go ahead, continue.
it's at least you gotta give it at least a 7.5. At least a
What?
7.5.
What, Tower of God,
Tokyo
or
Revengers.
I'll
Tokyo
give it that.
Revengers.
I'll give it that.
Okay. Um
Tokyo Ghoul is a 9, but we'll never know. Forever Lost episode.
Yeah. Someday we'll do it. Maybe
It's
that's the
so
100th
good.
episode. Maybe
It needs
that's
to
the
be.
100th episode.
It needs to be.
Um, we really need to do. Okay, so let me finish my.
All right. Yeah,
So
yeah. Go. I'm
what would I
sorry.
rank it?
Interrupt
What
you.
would I rank it? I'd say like 13 episodes, 12 episodes. I'd give it a 5. I'm I give 13th episode like an 8.
And you're hyping it
No,
up
not
this
even.
much for an 8? At least give it a 9 if you're gonna hype it up this much.
Okay, I'll give it. I was
There you
saying,
go.
I'll give it a 9. Yeah, the
Okay.
last episode was a 9. I was probably
All
being too.
right.
I was being too harsh. The last episode's a 9.
Okay.
I see. I see. I don't know. I see. This is what I don't know. Is it that good, or is it that good because everything else was so bad? So like I shouldn't say so
I
bad.
know, right? Yeah.
Average.
It's so average, yeah,
Everything
that
else
it
was
looks like
yeah.
a masterpiece.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I don't know, and that's why I gotta
Yeah.
watch season 2 because I gotta know: is it literally is it now hitting its stride, or is this just a really banger ending that
Yeah.
or not even okay? Is it just an okay ending that was just so much better than the rest of the that makes it that seem a lot bigger than what it really was? I don't know.
Yeah. This ending has gotta be amazing for how much you're hyping it up, man. I mean, and it might be, it might be, but, like, I couldn't care less about the characters at the moment. Like, the most interesting character right now is interesting, like, I wanna know more about their backstory, was probably Anak, but I already know most of her backstory, I feel like. Like, I kinda
You
wanna
looked it
know
up
more
already?
about the world. No, no, just from, like, what I've heard. But, like, I wanna know a little more about the world and, like, why it is the way it is and, like, you know, irregulars, but
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. So I'd say probably Coon.
Yeah. He's from
Like,
a
probably the same
distinguished
thing.
family, I
I
guess.
feel the same way about Coon that I do about Anak. Like, they're, like, kinda 2 sides of the same maybe not, but they're the same coin, essentially. Like, I wanna know more
Yep.
about them, but at the same time, there's a lot that we do learn. Um, yeah, the world is probably the most interesting part because they say, "Oh, yeah, there's no sky, like, the sky isn't real. This is just a
Yeah.
sort of simulation of what the sky we think the sky was supposed to look like based on, whatever, and stars aren't real and all
Yeah.
that stuff." I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, and they don't think stars are real
Yeah.
either.
So, like, yeah, it is curious, like, how can you live in a world where there is no sky? Like, that I'm trying to, like, understand, like
Well, I mean, if everyone is born in the tower, it's a tower, right? There's no sky unless it's pre-generated. That's why I'm thinking, like, there's a Matrix kinda thing where it's mostly simulation, they're all in pods.
that would be
And the Shinzu
I
is,
would
like, the Matrix, like, code that they're controlling to be a god.
if they go down that avenue,
I'll stop watching.
also yeah, I was gonna say because, like, okay, this is we're not doing that. We're not doing this,
Yeah, yeah,
bait and
I'll turn that
switch
off and
halfway
turn back
through.
on Psychopaths.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Um, yeah, I'd finish it, at the very least. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see.
I'll
Like,
finish it for sure. We'll finish it.
I definitely though, if it doesn't pick up in the first 3 episodes of season 2 or what, the first couple, whatever,
Yeah, we'll
I
pivot.
probably will stop just because I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing or what I'll do is I'll watch the final episode, how it ends, and then I'll watch how it leads up to it. Because I'm not doing this whole it's good every 12 episodes or every 13 episodes. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm not
not
doing
doing
that
that.
either. That sounds horrible. But
But
yeah, yeah, I'll definitely finish it. We'll probably have a little snippet on the beginning of next one, or might dedicate a whole one to the ending. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it so far. I'm not sure if you had any other thoughts. or what we want to talk about record next, possibly.
I know we mentioned Black Clover. I haven't started it yet.
Yeah, we got a long way to go. If you're gonna start
I
Black
know I got
Clover.
a long way to go, but
The first season's so long,
I,
but
I
so
do.
good.
And then I will start. I'm gonna start Black Clover this week. But I really, because this is one that I watched way early on before you even started recording.
Yeah,
Tori. Uh, it was my first experience with the well, maybe not my first because Monica Magica, third episode, that's where that really kicked off. I was like, holy shit, like that episode.
it does. Yeah,
But this was probably the first time where I sat like, so that was the very first anime ever, right? Like,
yeah,
not including, Dragon Ball and Pokemon and all that stuff. Very
yep,
first anime. Then went to go watch Soul Eater.
yeah.
And that was the one where I really I sat down to watch it. And I just the first three episodes, this is where like I was like, man, this is, I couldn't get into it the first three episodes. I was trying, but the characters, I hated the characters.
Oh, really?
Uh, yeah, and then the fourth episode, that's when I was like, holy, like this is like the first three episodes are giving you the backstory of the characters, and then it actually
Mm,
jumps into it. I really like Soul Eater, and I kind of want to go back and watch it again with these fresh eyes. I ever have having
bro,
watched everything. It's like,
51 episodes though.
yeah, but we could do a season.
It's only one season.
No, it's not. There's two seasons.
I mean, what? There's 2 seasons? So it's more than 51 episodes?
No, no, no. It's hold on.
It says 1 season, 51 episodes on Crunchyroll.
I remember there being. Let me look it up here.
And then, like, if is this the whole series? If so, can I read it? Because I can read it way faster.
No, you have to watch.
Sad. Because I could probably get through all of Soul Eater in 2 days if I can read it.
Let's see here. Was it 51 episodes? Was it a single season? I remember it being like a 24 and 24.
I don't know. I can just watch the first 24.
Interesting. Okay. Hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is all labeled. Okay, maybe it was like a weird because I think I watched it on Funimation,
Okay.
and
Yeah, that makes sense.
maybe they broke it up
Yeah.
into. We've seen that before, where like where it's like remember with ReZero, it was like 12. I was watching like 12 1-hour episodes or something like that. I was like, holy shit, this is and you're like, no, no, no. You were watching it, it's 30-minute episodes, it's 24 episodes in a season, right? Funimation
Yeah.
had it on there as 12 1-hour episodes.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
So maybe it was a Funimation thing where they broke it down into like 2 seasons. Or because let's see here. The anime ran from 2007, or sorry, not 2007. It ran 2008 to 2009, so it was like a year.
Gotcha. I can get
So
all 25 volumes for $175. Let you know. Anyways, yeah. If you want me to start Soul Eater, I'll start that. You start Black Clover.
I
I'll,
haven't
I'll
watched Soul
obviously
Eater
finish.
again.
I'll obviously finish Tower of God. So
Yeah, you should watch Soul Eater, and I'll watch some of it too, and I'll start with Black Clover. We could probably get through it. or watch a
Sounds
little
good.
bit every day. Here's what I'll do. I'll just block out an hour on my calendar.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm not actually gonna do that,
I
but
know.
I could probably watch. Um, I could probably fit in like an hour a day, hour 2 hour a day,
Yeah.
and anime, and on Saturday or Friday night I'll just binge it all.
Which one, Soul Eater or Black Clover?
Black Clover.
Oh, okay.
Both.
Yeah.
I'll watch 100 episodes of anime
Both.
in 1 week. Yeah.
Jeez, no way, man. No way, my guy. Cool.
So,
Sounds good. Anything else you want to add?
yeah, I'm good now.
All right. Sounds good.
Go watch it. Give it 13 episodes. See what you think.
Yep. All right. We'll catch everyone next time when we watch and record either Black Clover, Soul Eater, or both with a tiny snippet of Tower of God in there.
Bye.